Right, right, we was muted. It was schoolboy era. I've been streaming for like 5, 6 years. My first stream was back in 2014, but consistently since like in the last 5 years. So let's break yesterday's result down. 4-0 win at home to Crawley Town. Yep, I know that. I knew. So why ain't it giving me that option to? Yeah, yeah. You know what? Schoolboy error, Harry. Schoolboy error. I muted my mic. I ain't got my headphones on, so yeah. Should really start again. But yesterday was a really good performance, a 90-minute performance at that. And interestingly enough, yeah, I was quite worried in the first half when we was getting towards half time, because how many times have you seen County play well in the first half and then other teams come along and then score a goal? And it's like, that's what it felt like yesterday. That's what it felt like, what was going to happen. What am I doing? I need to move that comment. I can't move it because silly things getting in the way. Hope you're feeling okay, Ara. But yeah, and then Scott Robinson pops up on the wing. Well, it goes. There's some wing play near the touchline, and then it's passed out. Goes to Scott Robinson. He's cutting in field, and he takes that shot. What a goal that was as well! A really good goal. And then you got half time, and you're thinking, well, how many times as County fans have we been 1-0 up at half time? If you take, say, Walsall last year, Bromley, well, we drawn that last year as well. But how many times have we been like a goal up? Bromley this year as well, because that ended 2-2. And then we come out in the second half and we just sit back. Great performance. It was a great performance. And what a goal by Robbo as well. It was a really good goal. And then you're sort of like, well, how's the second half going to pan out? Are we going to come out? Are we going to park the bus? Or are we going to sit back? But no, we did none of them things yesterday. And then Luca came on in the second half, and what an impact both them players had. But we never looked tired at one point. Even the players who played for the full 90 minutes didn't look tired. And that's like, I think Patterson has been working towards that since he's come in, is getting that fitness up. I mean, Jarvis, I feel sorry for Jarvis, and I really do. He seemed to be sent out to the North Pole, and we might get to see him by Christmas. But if we look at yesterday's stats for the games, and I'm not a really big stat person. Some people may think I had. Possession, they had more possession. They had more passes than us. How many teams come to Meadow Lane and have more passes than us? Usually we're way ahead. Crawley had like 20 more passes. We was more physical yesterday. 29 tackles to their 18. We had more corners than them. Crawley only had one corner yesterday. We had 9 shots on target. And total shots 13. Crawley Town had 2 shots on target. We had 1 off. They had 4 off. Shots from outside the box, we had 6. They had 5. Shots inside the box, 6 and 3. Fouls, we had 12 fouls. They had 18. Offsides, we had 3. They had 1. Yellow cards, we didn't even pick up any yellow cards yesterday, which was a good thing as well. Obviously, the goal, we had 18 free kicks. They had 12. And it was just a really good performance. 20 crosses yesterday to their 16. But their shots on target, they only had 2 in the old game. Yeah, that's what I was going to get to that. The 11v11 out there, what Patterson was talking about. See, that can work in your favour, but what happens if, because he says it was a full-on 11v11, they brought a referee in, and yeah, what if you pick up injuries in them games to a key player? I understand why they're doing it, because it's fitness and everything. So I would take a point against Crew. But you can't. Yesterday's thing is like, do you get too overexcited about yesterday's performance? It was a good 90-minute performance after the debacle the week before against Gillingham, where we really didn't turn up. Against Crew were having a really bad time at the moment. They lost again yesterday against Barrow. So if there's any time Notts County can beat Crew, this has got to be it. I know we haven't really done well last few visits to their ground, but hopefully next week, if we play like we did yesterday, I've got more faith in us getting a win, and even a point would be good against Crew. But 3 points would be even better, in my opinion. I mean, players yesterday, McDonald's, really good. Macari was really good as well. Badu, Scott Robinson, he had an amazing game yesterday. Palmer, is like a bit of an unsung hero from yesterday. Jody was getting back to his best yesterday with his crosses. He put some really, really dangerous crosses in that box yesterday. Connor Grant did okay. Iapendo, another decent performance from him. Jatta, I said just before he scored, I think it was about 20, 30 seconds before he scored, and I was saying, I said to my lad, hope he scores, and then he went and banged one in. And then Luca and what an impact them substitutes was. The first 30 was disappointing. It was. I think our first corner was on 28 minutes, if I remember right. And so, but it was one of them first halves where you've got to like score while you're on top. If you don't score while you're on top and you come out slow in the second half, you usually end up a goal behind. So, and I think that's what I've complained about that a lot over. I think ever since Maynard took charge, or even under Luke Williams, the Forest Green game where we was leading, I think 4-0 up or 3, whatever it was at half time, and then we come out and we were so sluggish in that second half. But yeah, our first corner, 28 minutes for our first corner yesterday. Corners, yeah, 28 minutes. 35, we had 2 on 35. Then we did have another one till 51 to 63. Crawley's only quarter came in the 65th minute, and then the last quarter was 82 minutes. We're going a bit statty, aren't we? Far too statty. But yeah, 45 minutes just before half time. I think quite a lot of people missed it, especially where I was sitting. They all started going down for half time and stuff. So, but what a really good goal to witness. And I got a video of that goal as well, so that's even one better. Tyrese Hall on 71 minutes, another good goal. Then Jack got his goal. He had a chance in the first half where he cut in from like the Cyril, and he shot, but I think the goalkeeper saved that one, or it went wide. Either one or two. My memory from yesterday, didn't have a good night's sleep, but I think he should have took that shot earlier. But then in the second half, what a goal as well. And then all puts the icing on the cake with a fourth. Really easy. Should the goalkeeper done better? He seemed to get beat too easy in that one. For that one. But a goal's a goal. 3 points. Happy days. A lot of happy county fans this weekend, which makes a change. You got all four. I know you did, Harry. I know you did. Crawley did. They didn't bring anything to the table, really. And their support, I don't know. You've got to give like away fans credit for travelling and stuff, because as life is getting expensive, going home and away, it's not cheap. Like Crew next week, you're paying 28 quid for your ticket, £32 if you're going on like the supporters coach. So that's like £60 a year outlay, and even before you were like buying any food or anything else, getting to wherever your coaches go from and stuff like that. So it's not a cheap day out. And in this day and age where you've got food prices going up all the time and bills going up all the time and Christmas is around the corner and stuff, a lot of fans will pick certain games they'll go away to and stuff. So yeah, that's on that. But let me know your thoughts, what you think of the game yesterday. But the team did look a hell of a lot fit yesterday as well. Way fitter than I've seen them in a very long time. I mean, if we can go on a run now, we're 7th in the league. Christmas around the corner. It is. It's less than 100 days, for Christmas. Yeah, give credit to them all. Didn't really hear anything from. I think about twice. I think I heard them. You know what I mean? There weren't that many, but yeah. But yeah, Christmas is around the corner. Birthdays as well. You know what I mean? But I just want to like Scott Robinson comes back. I think that was his like first start for 11 months yesterday. So it was nice to see him getting 90 minutes under the belt as well. Really, but Palmer, he's like, if you look at Palmer's stats for the game, he's a bit of an unsung hero in that aspect. We're like 4 unbeaten. Yeah, we took 10 points from the last 12 at home. Don't forget to go and follow County Box as well. Does an amazing vlogger. Chesterfield away in 111 days. So you just Googled that. That's good. See, December is one of them worrying months. Better. We've got a really tough. We've got MK Dons twice. We've got Grimsby. And we've also got Chesterfield on Boxing Day. So December is not looking, on paper, if you look at it on paper, it's looking like a dreadful month. It is a really tough month. But MK Dons, the experiment ain't quite working at the minute. Grimsby are a bit in and out. After the win at Sheffield Wednesday, they lost. But is it 3-0 yesterday they lost? I'll just get my score up when I can find it, that's of course. I mean, Cambridge won 2-1 yesterday. Harrogate beat Shrewsbury. Then Barnet won 3-0 against Grimsby. Good result for Grimsby, that is. Then you got Barrow beating Crew. Crew, after that amazing 4 in a row, starting to slip a bit. Then Oldham beat Cheltenham 3-0. It's under 100 days. It's under 100 days to Christmas. And then you got Colchester, Bristol Rovers with a draw. MK Dons lost 2-1 to Accrington. Gillingham is still flying. They was 3-1 winners at Newport. Newport missed a penalty. How did he miss that penalty? I don't know. That was at 1 when Gillingham was 1-0 up. We won 4-0. Salford beat Swindon 3-2. I was pretty shocked with that one, but I'm sure I did. And then Walsall beat Tranmere 4-2. But we'll have a look. Shall we have a look how many days it is to Christmas? Aside from waffling on, we're not doing much footballing talk. But what do you reckon on the Jarvis situation? Do you think he's going to get sent out on loan? Because he's not even in the matchday squad. Probably the next time we'll see Jarvis, it will be like the Virtue Trophy. I mean, the trophy we respect, but we don't put a strong enough side out to win a game. That's another interesting point. And all of a sudden, I can't type. It is 96 days till Boxing Day. So 95 days till Christmas. You got 96 days till Chesterfield, the Chesterfield game. Isn't even Barnsley at home, yeah. So that will be probably the next time we see Jarvis in a Notts shirt, a Barnsley at home. But whether it's a personality clash, whether it's like a training thing, but then you got Traore as well, where he's not really liking Traore as well. So, and when Traore came on against Fleetwood, he did pretty all right. He ordered the ball up and stuff. So that's an interesting one. But what do you do? What do you do with Dennis if he's back fit next week? What do you do with him? Does he come back into the squad? Then do you play two up front? Or does he start on the bench? What do you do? What do you sort of do? You think Jarvis will go out? Weren't he named in the matchday squad, the 2025 or whatever it is? Because it's a complicated sort of structure. But do you think like, because I was thinking about this earlier. So if Jarvis goes out on loan, I could see him ending up probably at York on the bench for Dennis. I could see him going to York. Maynard liked Jarvis. I could see him probably ending up at York, maybe. Or Morecambe. But then Morecambe have got so many players at the minute. I could see Inchy go in probably Morecambe for Inchy. But Jarvis, I would have said, probably link up with Maynard. But will the club do that? I don't know. It depends how much they want him out, how much York are probably prepared to pay over his wages as well. But rolling on to next week, Crewe is going to be an interesting one. Half 12 kickoff as well. Notts County and half 12s away from home don't usually go that well. I want it to be a contrasting performance if we perform like that at home. And I know we've been calling out for a really good home performance. But if we go to Crewe next week and turn up like we did at Gillingham, or we lose at Crewe next week, then it's going to be terrible. In my opinion, it's like sticking a sticky plaster on and then it falling off the following week. And you've got to try and like build on what we've achieved so far. And next week it's that where Patterson says, judge me after 10 games. Now, he's had an odd 10 games. He's had some odd games at the start. As soon as he's walked through the door, he's been battling with like the technical board, Roberto as well, who's no longer with the club after 4 months. So he's had to battle. Half the players the 11 signings were made. Half them players was already in before he come into the door. Who do you think will bring the most fans at Meadow Lane away? Well, it's going to be will it be Chesterfield? Because if we go in on the aspect we're going to give them the same amount of tickets they gave us, then probably not Chesterfield. I'd say Rotherham. I think Rotherham will bring. They will sell the away end up. I don't know how many their tickets. I seen on X the other day that their tickets had gone on sale for the game. So I don't know how many they've actually sold yet. But I can imagine that being a sellout, and that is going to be looking forward to that game, the next home game. Oldham, that's going to be a tough game because Oldham, they won 3-0 yesterday. They won the previous week as well. Correct me if I'm wrong. But that is going to be a really tough game. This is not going to be a walkover. In my eyes, they have Rotherham. They have Rotherham in League One. Yeah, but Oldham are in League Two. So I'm confused. I was on about Oldham. I don't know if you misheard me, Harry, but I definitely did say Oldham. Oldham. That is going to be a really difficult game, the Oldham game. Promoted back up from the National League. You thought I said a figure. You're confusing me now. I don't need none of that. After yesterday, you know what is like the Tyrese Hall goal? I don't know if you see that bit on my blog where I go, oh, Cheltenham Town, Notts County 4, Cheltenham Town 0. Now, I don't know why I said that. I don't know whether my brain got disengaged for a minute or I was overexcited and the first see what came into my mouth was Cheltenham Town rather than Crawley. I mean, I'm sure Crawley fans would have loved like it would be a Cheltenham Town 4-0 instead of them. Did you? Scott Lindsay's interview was really interesting after the game as well. And he was like, well, I don't know whether to debrief this or just forget whether this is worth debriefing or just move on to the next game. But yeah, it was a really good. I was quite amused by his interview, to be honest. But very interested. Right, I think I've run out of things to say. So we shall catch you on Thursday at 7 p.m. for Notts&bolts a pre-match. Hopefully Ari will be better by then. You're feeling a bit under the weather today. Hopefully he's better by then, and we will look forward towards the Crew game. That's another game I'm sadly not going to. But we shall see you all then.